like the safety ring that's in Valley Judo to keep myself safe. All I need, especially my hands on the opposite bicep, all I need to see is a pointer knuckle go below an elbow, and this arm is vulnerable to Kimura shoulder lock. You can kind of make that happen if you want. You can try to pull the pointer knuckle lower than the elbow, but if I ever create that opening between bicep and forearm, I'm going to fill that opening up with my chest, and my arm's going over my opponent's arm. So if Scott tries to close his arm now, it's kind of too late. He's going to like bump into my body. When I go for this lock, I'm looking to press and get my hands locked together. I'm going to send my back to the ground, and I want to go as far underneath Scott as possible. The big thing I'm trying to do when I first snag these is not let the hand get inside the thigh. That's going to really block and jam my ability to pull the arm out of there. Really strong defense, it's the defense I use. We're going to see if we can stop the person from landing that defense. It's not the end of the world if it gets there. Kimuras are great because even when they're not successful, they kind of lock the guy up. There's a bunch of shit we can do, but this is what it would look like. If I got a hold of a Kimura in like a black belt match, I'd be extending my arms, filling my chest in. Scott would be trying to get his arm between his legs, and with a lot of intent, I would be like battling to not let this thing under. What I'm trying to do, why I'm not letting this thing is, I'm going to turn all the leverage against Scott. My knees are aiming through him. I'm going to take my knees and aim them exactly in the opposite direction, and it's going to clamp very similar to the way we clamp from inverted half. So it's my feet are going to find the mat, and I kind of push off the mat, and there'll be this point when my knees switch over. If his hand didn't get under, now if you try to tuck your hand under, it's almost like there's no room there anymore, and my palm will real easy kind of like hold it up. Then the second phase of breaking the arm down, if it's a very strong guy, if you make your arm go real stiff, this is actually very hard to break. This is my secondary defense mechanism, and it's way harder than you think to make someone's arm bend against their will. You're going to take your sweet time, and my goal is I'm going to make his arm bend a little bit and put his pointer knuckle on his back. And if he flexes arm, it might take a little while, but he will burn out before you because it's a 2-on-1 arm lock, and he's looking away. Once his pointer knuckles touch his back, try to make your arm come off your back, he's going to be weak sauce from there. So it actually is surprisingly strong, just a stiff arm. Take your time, but when it does break down, keep the pointer knuckle stuck in the back. You don't have to use all your energy, but be firm. And then you would draw the pointer knuckle up through the back to get the tap on the guy. When you're going for this tap, really often the guy will fold his right arm underneath himself and fall over himself. So just tuck your right arm under and fall. This will happen all the time. This is also going to punch into where we connected the Kimura on top. The other defense would be that the guy drops his shoulder, same side, the one in jeopardy on the mat, and rolls over, and then from the angle is able to slip his foot out of half guard. If he does that, we're pinning the wrist and bringing our hips on top and stepping. We want to be up in this position to finish off. We'll show one more time. Let's do it without any rolling in the beginning. Let's do it just bumping them over to the side if we want, or getting the tap out, right? So we're in, I'm lifting, I come almost with my head inside of this. Really stubbornly try not to let the hand get back in. I'm doing the leg switch positioning. My feet are in the ground, I'm thrusting my feet in the ground, sending my knees inside, I'm breaking the arm down into that pointer knuckle tuck in the back, and now the guy's screwed. I just can give pressure if I want, and then even if the guy's like fails to immediate pressure, you just fall off to your side. That's a real common way we'll go. Or the more like jumpy guys, we drop the jeopardy, the shoulder jeopardy, and roll. A lot of weight on the guy. Step up so I can lift his shoulder, give his leg over his skull so the guy can't move his fist. Let's start with that. If you want,